Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I'm still building on the station and on this thing. We will go there in a second and take a closer look at it. You can see that on the roof of the station there's something happening. I've built a room up here and I made it basically airtight, and now we can go in there and set up some stuff. On top of here, I have the teleporters here and medical stations and all that stuff. Later we will have to redefine where what will be. Some quarters or something like that will be up here. This is just so that I can widen this. I want to have a bit more glass on this side, so have an open room with glass walls and glass ceiling. Not sure if I want to go to up to here, but at least to somewhere here and have a lot of glass there so we can see the sun and maybe the planet and all that stuff. Good. Otherwise, I've built this. This is a docking port, how I want to, or I think I want to have it. So we have some merge blocks here. These blocks shouldn't merge with the other ship when they attach. I want to have a similar docking system on other ships. So big ships that I want to build should look a bit like that, and then the connector down here to connect these two up. I can't open the room right now because the door in here is not an airlock, it's just a normal door. Because one fun part of this system should be that if this is docked, the room in the middle should be airtight. It should be. I don't know. I saw other people having problems with the merge blocks, and so I want to test that in the future. But nothing major right now. Other stuff. Yeah, we still have the magenta or pink or violet blocks here. Don't know when the updates will hit, if they ever will hit or so. I hope that in the near future there will be more and more updates soon. Oh, I didn't see the spotlight. I like the spotlight. Why did they change it to that? So a lot of people were not very happy with the armor textures, and I'm not sure if I am too. It could be that they have changed a bit. With color they look good. In gray I think they just look bad. I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of the armor textures, but hey, who am I to say? So okay, yeah, let us go to the basically main thing of this of the next few days. Not the main thing. I will do random stuff, but one of the things I definitely want to continue building is this thing. I basically not finished the outer form, but you can see that there's a lot of forming happening now. And this is what I have right now. It takes ages, and sometimes I just have to stop building, go to my wife and say, no, I can't do anything anymore because small blocks. Yeah, isn't this nice? I still wait if some people maybe want to guess what ship it is. I already told some people, but some people might want to still guess what ship this might be. Yeah, this is the main drive or the main thruster on the back. On the original ship, it's just one big thruster. Here we will have to go with multiple ones. I'm trying to cram as much thrust in here as possible, because this ship will definitely have to turn to slow down, at least efficiently, because I will have to have thrusters on the front side, and I already have that here. One big thruster So it will speed up really, really fast and then slow down not so fast. We will have to turn it, but it's just for the design. Again, this ship doesn't work in Space Engineers as I would like to have it, because again, in the series or in the book series that this ship is from, the ship normally basically thrusts continuously. So it thrusts continuously with this thruster that's possible with it, and then when it is at the halfway there point, basically it turns around and slows down the ship, and that keeps artificial gravity in the ship, as at least when the ship thrusts, there's a short break in artificial gravity when it turns around, and when it then slows down again, because of inertia, we have again artificial gravity in here. So that is why the deck layout of this thing normally is turned upside down, or not upside down. This is the normal deck layout. I have a gravity generator somewhere in here. Let me go search for it. I have a mod. I've added a mod that puts in basically all the big blocks in as small versions, and I have the gravity generator here to simulate how the deck layout of this ship normally would be, and to be able to steer the ship. I have the cockpit up here turned around so we can get into this and then steer it basically in a normal fashion. So we don't have the main drive going, this way, having basically this as the front of the ship. Works out really, really well. The small blocks at the moment, I don't feel it too much that I have a lot of small blocks in here. The fun part with it is that detailing is a lot better with the small blocks than with the big blocks. I could have built this with big blocks, I think, but you can see that this is the size of a normal big block. So detailing on this ship would be an absolute mess, and we would lose interior space and all that stuff. Again, this is established by a mod. That's why we still have the old form of doors in here. You can see, we can go and take a look at the new form here. This is the new way how these doors look. Works out really, really nice. I'm really happy with the build so far. We will have to see in the future what it brings. Back here I also have the energy systems. A lot of reactors. I'm not sure if they are enough, so we might have to add something to it. I want to work with less mods, let's say it that way, but I might need a mod or two to get enough energy in here. The azimuth reactors have a lot of power, and maybe I want to add one of these to get enough power for the ship. So I will do some more work here. These basically simulate airlocks. I might have to... Oh, oxygen is critical. Why that? Why is that? Come on. Helmet off, and... Ooh, that was close. So let me grab some oxygen. I will have to see how I can do that. Multiple of these blocks would be just too big, and I need a bit of space in there to cram all the details in that I want to build into it. I have to see if the normal doors also work with the small blocks, and these blocks where you can fly through are nice, but they are very, very much too big for this ship. So, okay, let me go outside again. I will fill up my oxygen bottles and then we will go back outside. The thing I want to finish over the next days basically is the outside of the ship. Detailing will come later, but I want to close it basically, and then I'm able to make some deck layouts in the middle. So normally we have an airlock basically here. Above that we have a command deck with a cockpit area, and then below that we normally have, I think, quarters and a galley and all that stuff. And I want to try to really bring that in, so that this ship has a lot of commodities, so something that we can get around in. I might add a shield generator. I talked about that the last time, that I normally don't want to bring one in, but I want to keep this ship as safe as possible. And the amount of guns on this ship is not too high, so I will bring in a shield generator so it doesn't get completely ripped apart when we attack something. The amount of weapons on here and the damage ships take and all that stuff is very not too balanced. And so we might want to work on that and maybe balance it out a bit. So, speaking of weapons, that's one thing I want to put in today, so that I can lay out the connectors and the conveyors to bring ammo to the weapons, and then maybe lay out where the storage will be. In the normal ship, the storage would be somewhere here on the starboard side of the ship. So it, for some reason, it has something like starboard and all that stuff. It wouldn't need to, because again, where is starboard now? How is the front declared and all that stuff? We just go by how we have pointed the cockpit. So the main cockpit here points where the front is, where the back is, and all that stuff, even if the deck layout is laid out this way. At a discussion, not a discussion, but Armitage Shanks and we talked about that in the comments, and he had some ideas for the ship and all that stuff. I really like that. The Atomic Rockets page makes stuff very, very clear when it comes to science fiction, how they want to see things, and there are more. I have the feeling there are more science nerds than science fiction nerds. So they're not the Star Trek-y, Star Wars-y types of guys. They are more really hard science fiction fans. So again, we will have some storage containers on this side. I will have to connect them up, because the ship has some fixed torpedo racks normally here. I want to add some missiles or some torpedoes. We will see. There is some in some of the weapon mods I have downloaded. There is some torpedoes, and so here, this for example, we might have to test them and see if I can put them on small ships. No, I can't. So we will have to go with maybe some rocket launchers in here and take a look what we can add to this. There is also some rocket packs, this stuff, small torpedo launchers. I don't know. I want to add a railgun. This ship has, in later iterations of the books, has railguns, and I want to add something like that. This is at the moment very, very big. This is because there might be some trouble with how here you can see that, for example. This is the normal door, and I think that's also true for the big grids. Yeah, it's also true for the big grids. So you can't really see how you have to lay this stuff out, and it counts for the doors. And I think I saw that also with the nanite factory. We will have to see. Good. Let me add some blocks to this grid, because I'm constantly basically taking a look at some plans I made for how to lay out the ship and where to put what. And so I will take a look at that, lay out some blocks, and then we will add some guns, and we will decide what guns we want to have on there. The ship has some point defense guns, and they're normally Gatling turrets, and they normally are able to retract. Here we will not be able to do that. We could do with pistons and all that stuff, but this stuff is too unreliable for me, so I will just go for fixed turrets, and I will just keep them where they are for not forever, but for all the time. So, okay, I will do some stuff. We'll be back in a few minutes. For me, for you, just a cut. One feature that I really don't like anymore, and I will have to see if you can turn that off, is this blocks deciding how they want to be placed. So here now it works, but just a second ago I had the problem that one of the blocks I wanted to place just changed in the middle and turned from this orientation into a completely different orientation. That's one of the features I'm not happy about anymore, or it doesn't work as good as I would like it to work at the moment. So, don't know, maybe Keen Software House wants to change that a bit in the future. That would be nice, because yeah, it's hard to build a ship with a lot of small blocks when the blocks just turn how they want to turn and do that in the middle of building. That's not too nice. Good, back to placing blocks. I really like the new turret model. It's for some reason the short barrels and all that stuff. I really like that. Yeah, we see this thing now here on top of the. This is basically a raised platform a bit. There is some detailing on there I can see, and I might add that because I can do that because the turret itself is a bit raised. That's a good thing. So we can go and maybe add some of the detailing. I will add some color later to this thing. We don't need the side conveyors. So I have a picture of the ship here next to me, and there's some detailing on here just with some raised elements. Maybe we can get rid of this again. And this all might look a bit neater then, but again, detailing will come later. That's why I chose the small blocks to build with, so I can do stuff like this. But I'm not sure if the standard turret is the thing. So normally it should point backwards. Let me see if I can do that. Can I control it from here and then just turn it? Hello! Hello, astronaut! Just turn it to the back. It should stay there because I have turned off the idle movement. Normally the turrets are a bit more raised, so they get away from the ship basically, so their freedom of movement is higher. That must be the explanation. Let me take a sip of my coffee because I'm losing my voice. Yeah, that's nothing we can do here. What we could do is take a look at other turret models. I have some more, but these are all plasma something something guns or these big tank things. I have this one. The problem is I don't know if I can add them to the ship, to the small blocks. I like the laser turret, this one, but I'm not sure if it will get updated. That's why I'm searching for other turret alternatives. That's why I took the energy weapons mods in, because it might be that this turret just vanishes from the mod list. Darth Biomech doesn't update this thing anymore, and I'm not sure if someone else takes it. I'm not sure for any mods here. So the problem is some of the mods have a higher probability to get updated. For a fact, I think the probability of this one is very, very low. So we also have this, the small ship, top Gatling, bottom, small ship Gatling, small ship Gatling. This must be also from one of the mods, and we will take a look at these two. I don't know, because I think I threw the... This is a mod that was introduced by Keen Software House itself. And we also have these. Is this the normal Gatling turret? The big Gatling turret? We will take a look at this. Yeah, this is the big one for small ships. This could be a lot cooler than what else we have here. If this works and gets updated, then we might use this thing. This might be a lot better than this one, because it's raised a bit more. It has the same Gatling, but it is raised a bit more. This is neat. This is neat, but again needs updating. Can we control it from here? We can. So let us turn off. I always turn off target neutrals, because otherwise sometimes it might happen that it shoots some other turrets, or it gets shot by other turrets whatsoever. Okay. This might be needs updating. But I didn't turn off the idle movement. So let us turn that off too. Idle movement keeps the turret from spinning constantly, and this might save you some simulation speed. That's why I'm normally turning that off. It's neat to see that, and these ones do it right now, but the more turrets you have, into more problems you could run. I'm absolutely not sure if that's true, but it's just a thing I have in my... Ooh. This one could be neat too. Let us take a look at this turret, and then the other two I have there, and then maybe you can help out to decide what turret we want to add to the ship. This one, ooh, this one looks nice too. This one looks nice too, because it has this clamp here, like a bit like this one, but it is a bit more raised. And this one could be nice too. Does it have a connector on the bottom? I'm constantly thinking that I could. No, it doesn't have. So how would you reload this thing? There is something on the bottom, but it's not. Oh, it's a small thing on the bottom there. So there is a connection to that, and we could establish a connection. That shouldn't be a problem. This one is nice too. I want to take a look at this one, especially. Short barrels. and all that stuff could be nice. And let's also place... Ooh, this one is big. But also very nice. It looks good too, but needs updating. It's better when mods might not need updating, so... Ooh, I also like this one. Ooh, these... Now, this is not... This looks more like one of the modern guns on Humvees or something like that. 50 cal guns or something like that. I want a Gatling. I definitely want a Gatling. So let us remove this again. So I hope this gets updated in the near future and these stay as they are. Does this one not have idle movement? Let us take a look at this. Maybe it doesn't work as intended. Then we have a problem anyways. So we'll turn this off and then maybe... Can I control it? I can. I want them to point in the in the right direction, basically. This one is neat because it has the small connections, so it is not too big. It is raised, has not the same size, but it needs a little bit less space. But I don't know how hard they hit, so this could be a problem. But they are point defense turrets anyway, so I don't need... Okay, idle movement is off. Control it. Out of ammunition. Target neutrals. That's another thing I should turn off. This is neat. These turrets are really, really neat. Oh, why did it turn? It shouldn't have turned. I don't care. So my favorite one, you can get involved. Should I just use the standard thing to not have a lot of mods attached to the ship? At the moment, again, I have all these small block mods and this cockpit here. The big cockpit was not to my taste, and now I have to go with this big thing here. But if I use these ones, for example, these are definitely extra mods that are just gun mods. So maybe you say I shouldn't involve too many mods, then I would just go with these ones. It also is a thing with the ammunition, because these turrets use the same ammunition as the normal guns. And I don't want to have lasers on there, because these lasers, for example, they just use energy. That's good for stationary things like stations. Stationary things like stations, yeah, that produce a lot of energy. Then these lasers are completely okay for me, because then I can just place them on the outside and don't have to think about how I connect them up to systems or something like that. And I still hope these get updated, because I like lasers. Lasers are okay, but on this thing I definitely want to have normal guns, something like in the original book, TV series, whatsoever. Good. Help me out if you can make a decision, and maybe this one gets updated, because for some reason this is one of the favorites I have, because it is raised Gatling, and it I think it takes the normal ammo, because it's just it must be from one of the small big blocks as small blocks mods. Then that's involved anyways. So these would involve extra weapon mods. And again, if I can go with 1 or 2 mods in here, keep the mod count low, then we will have to see. Although this model is cool too, I can't decide. Maybe you have an opinion on that. I could also raise this up with a conveyor. I could also do that. That's all ideas I have to throw around in my head, and maybe you have an opinion there that you can help me out with. Good people, I think that's all for today. I recorded for a long time and I don't know how much footage I really have now. So I will just end it here, and I hope to see you in the next episode. I would say if you like this one, then please leave a like on it. And yeah, I screwed up my usual ending there. Good people, see you in the next episode.